Well, to start, obviously that's a really good win for us. Be able to come on the road and win here. I don't. We'll see how the season plays out. I don't know how many people are going to come in here and get a win. And for us to flip the script with where we were, what is it, Saturday? Where we were when we played Anderson and where we are now. Like it just shows how important your mental approach to what you are doing is, and I think that's difficult to get across to the young people. Um, but these guys, you got to give these guys a unbelievably amount of credit for how they competed because they did a couple things that they hadn't shown the ability to do yet. Like we've been able to do difficult things once or twice, but to come in here and to play the way that we did, they had to do difficult things over and over and over and over. And they got rewarded for it. Right now, like the old coach, that's a happy ass locker room right now, and it should be, right? But when we return to Muncie, now the maturity's got to come back in. Like, okay, like that can't be the highlight of our season. Like we have to be able. The hard part is to come back and prepare for the next game the same way that they prepared for this one. And so we'll see where we are. But I couldn't be happier with a group and more proud of some growth that those guys, how they competed tonight because they brought it tonight.
Coach, like you said, it's been like 5 days since the Anderson game. What have you guys changed around this team to what you saw today?
I listen, man, you're not gonna like Tigers don't change their stripes, but like I think that these guys, like we practiced well the last couple days. Their attention to detail, to our preparation. Coach Godino had a great scouting report, but our guys, you can have great scouting reports, and if the guys don't go execute it, you get nothing from it. And our guys, they prepared the right way, and their commitment to getting better is something that I'm very very pleased with. I'm not sure anything changed other than they knew they were on the road in the first conference game against Kent State, and they played Anderson. Now, do they have to be better than that as the season moves on in their lives? Like not being able, like you can't overlook anything, whether in basketball or in life. Yeah, but the beauty that they have is they're still young, and they can grow from it, and they show the ability to do that today.
Yeah, Mickey, coach said that he doesn't want this moment to be the highest part of the season, but how happy is it to be in that locker room after a win like that?
It's real good. I mean, we knew that was going to be a tough team. It's kind of, just playing King in the past. They've always had pretty tough teams, so we knew it was going to be a pretty tough game. But I feel like it's a good start to conference season. It's a real good feeling.
Yeah, I feel like today you had multiple blocks. I know. What have you been working on defensively? Because I felt like watching you today, you were all over the ball wherever it was.
Just trying to bring the intensity on defense. I know I had a big assignment guarding a player on their team, so just trying to stay locked in, trying to stay with the scout, trying to follow the scout, and just make plays to win.
Yeah, coach. Kent State's usually a team that gives up, I think, 60 points a game. You guys got 72. What does that say about this offense when you guys get something going? What does it say?
Well, I mean, you can't to win a game, to turn it over 23 times and still win the game um, is amazing. So like, could we have been better offensively? Yeah. But like, um, they're a good defensive team. I thought we had some poise in a lot of different situations in our attack and how we wanted to attack, and then obviously guys make plays. You try to come up with ways to put them in positions to be successful. But the guys have to go make plays, and they make plays. You got to give them a ton of credit, man. They're a completely different approach to how they were, what you say 4 or 5 days ago. But obviously, the last 2 minutes weren't pretty. You got to be able to execute better in those situations. You got to go through those things together sometimes to learn and grow from those. So we can improve there. I thought some of our turnovers were unforced, and those are the ones that you get upset with, the unforced ones. But these guys made play after play on the defensive end. Like I said, I couldn't be happier with today. And then obviously the challenge is, continuing to play at this level.
I thought Jeremiah had a heck of a game, a former Kent State player. Kind of what have you thought of his progression throughout the season?
Well, I think Jemiah has been really good since Edwardsville, and I think he showed some maturity. We had a sit down after Edwardsville, um, and he pointed the thumb instead of the finger, and he's really improved. And I was really proud of him tonight because a lot of times you see in these situations, guys coming in and trying to do too much or play out a character. The guy just competed, man. You could tell, how important this was, and that's got to be his approach from here on out. And like I said, I haven't seen anything different since Edwardsville. So very proud of what he's doing. For us to be as good as we can be, he's got to be good. Like Mickey was fantastic. He's got to be good. Like, when you have guys in roles where it requires responsibility, man, there's some accountability that comes along with that. And when you're dependent upon, you got to deliver, and these guys delivered today.
You said that you got to get these guys to kind of stay in the mindset of, okay, we won a big game, but we got to keep it going. How do you go about that after a win that's pretty big as this one?
You just remind them how they got there. Like, how did you play this way? All right. And, there's some guys that are exhausted. Well, guess what? That's what winning feels like. Okay. And you got to look back at why you haven't felt that way in the past. And like, that's what it takes. That's, winning, being successful, like it takes what it takes. There's no shortcuts. And so, to be able to embrace those difficult things, is something where we took a big step today. Now we got to continue it. We can't take a step back.
And then for Mickey, a team that you guys are kind of inconsistent to start the season, but with a win like this, what does that do for that locker room and just the guys on the court?
I feel like it gives us good confidence, especially going to our new season, conference season. What I'm saying, that we can play with anybody that, what I'm saying, like Coach said, send a shot to the league, what I'm saying, with a big win like this.
That's all I got, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Sir.
Thanks for making me.
Of course. No, I get it. You're gonna leave me. You're all good. I like it.
Yeah, if you wanna send me the reaction or whatever,
Yeah.